Hey bosses, welcome back to the Traction First Session Room. I'm happy to have you back today. So today is our final segment of how to use the book Earn It in your company with your employees. So we've already learned how to help our employees see it, help them see the vision, help them see the big picture of the company. We've also helped them learn how to say it. So really how to have those great conversations with you in an open, honest way, get you guys on the same page. Last time we learned a few coaching nuggets on how to help them solve their own problems. And of course, I'm giving you these great nuggets of wisdom, and they're learning all of their own tools here in Earn It. So hopefully we'll get you guys on the same page, moving the companies forward forever. But today, the last segment is all about helping them serve. So the last tool in the toolbox is serve. So before I really go into serving, we have to understand the difference between serving and pleasing. Pleasing is just telling people what they want to hear. Pleasing is doing things for people so that they will like you. Pleasing is saying, yes, boss, okay, boss, sure, boss. That's pleasing. Serving is really helping people grow, helping people think for themselves, helping have some exponential productivity in the company. So I'm sure you've probably heard this phrase before: teach a man to fish and he'll feed himself forever. You just give a man a fish and he just eats today. I think I probably screwed that up, but you get the gist. So what we really want to do is create an environment in the whole company around serving. So how do we do that? Well, first, in order for your people to live in that environment of serving and coaching and really engaging brain cells, you need to be serving as well. And what I find with most bosses, most leaders and managers, is that they think they are really awesome. They pat themselves on the back when they're giving their people all the answers, when they're handing it to them. Remember that mindset we talked about of coaching versus consulting? Most bosses are acting like a consultant, like an expert of the technical or educational knowledge. And of course, you've got to be a smart boss. But what I'm going to teach you today is some tools on how to be a serving boss. All right, so serving has everything to do, well, it starts with delegating. And not just delegating the stuff, delegating the tasks. Hey, here, I want you to do this and do it this way, and this needs to be done by this time. Not really delegating the tasks, but starting to delegate the thinking. Creating thinkers again throughout the whole organization. So I have this fun model that I've created for my clients, and I really want to share it with you because it's a model that you can apply every day. So it starts with, when we want to delegate something to somebody, and especially the thinking, it starts with training. So we owe it to our people, especially if they GWC their role. Remember that means they get it, they want it, they have capacity for it. We owe it to them, if we're going to delegate the thinking, to train them. So here's a great training framework. Number one, we need to teach them. And when we say teach, it means we owe it to them to give them the textbook-like or school-like experience, to give them the knowledge that we have. Show them the resources, show them how to use the machine. We really owe it to them to teach. Now, the reason why I have teach as a whole separate step from training is because most bosses think that if I have taught my employees how to do it, my job in training my people is over. I've shown you how to do it, I taught you how to do it, I'm done. If you don't know how to do it, then that's when we butt heads. But that is not the end of this training formula. Number two, you need to coach. So the best way for me to explain this is with a little bit of dramatization. Are you ready to see my theater skills? I had a quarter or two of musical theater, so here we go. So let's imagine that I am the employee and you are my boss. Hi, boss. So on my first day of work, I am really excited to work, and you have carved out some time to teach me what to do. So I have sat with you and we've read over the manuals and you've shown me, and maybe I do some audio learning or video learning, but you've really invested in teaching me how to do my job. Well, here I go off to do my job. Do you like that? Is that some good actress skills right there? I go off to do my job and I'm working on a machine. And here I'm working, I'm pulling levers and I get stuck. I don't know what to do in a certain spot. I don't know if I should push the red button or the green button. Well, my brain says, where did I go to learn how to use this machine? Who taught me how? My boss. And you know what? You're a good boss, so you probably said, hey, Jill, if you have any questions, come on back and let me know if you have any questions, right? We say that. So I know exactly where to go. So here I come. Hey, boss, how are you? I'm stuck. I don't know which button to push, the red one or the green one. And because you are such a nice boss and you want me to love you and like you and you want me to get back to work, you say, Jill, go push the green button. Yay, problem solved. I go on back, I push the green button and I'm on my way. Well, the problem with that is that it happens tomorrow too. Now I get stuck again. What button do I push, the red one or the purple one? And my brain cells kick in and say, where did I get the answer last time? My boss gave me the answer, so I don't even start to think about which one I should push. I immediately come to you when I'm stuck. Boss, which one should I push? The red one or the purple one? And you say purple one. And I push the purple one and I go about my day. Now the problem with this again is that you have maybe 8 of me. So if you're sitting there answering questions like that all day long from me plus 8 other people, you're not getting your own job done in being a great leader and a great manager. So that's what not to do. So here is an alternative. The alternative again is coaching instead of that consulting, instead of handing me the answer. So here I am, rewind in the scenario. I'm working on my machine. Which one do I push, the green one or the red one? And I come to my boss and I say, which one do I push, the green or the red? And you say to me, where have you looked? What have you tried? What do you think would happen if you push the green button? What do you think would happen if you push the red button? And you're asking me all of these good questions. And so now my brain cells have to engage. I have to start turning those gears, and I have to start thinking about it. And so you and I are going to have this great conversation. I might say, oh, well, wait, if I push the red one, things are going to explode. If I push the green one, things are going to melt down. And so you're going to have this great opportunity to help me think through what I should do. So that's what coaching is. In a nutshell, when you feel like telling your employee something, ask them a question instead. It engages their brain cells. And of course, we already learned the really good nugget of, then shut up. Let them talk. All right, so now let's say that you have coached me and we have agreed, and there's such a great tool around agreements. Maybe we'll get to that one in a little later. But we have agreed that I'm gonna go push the green button. So here I go, I'm off to push the green button and you say, oh, but Jill, you know what? It's just your first week here and you've never done that before, or that's a really difficult customer to deal with. So just this once, I'm gonna push it for you. And me as your employee, immediately I feel this relief. You have taken on my problems, and you know what? I think you're the best boss in the world because you're taking care of me. What you really do is pleasing me, and we call it rescuing. So when you say you're going to do my job for me, you're gonna push that green button for me. What you're really saying to my subconscious and back in here in my gut and my heart is I don't believe in you. I don't have confidence that you could do that. So next time I get stuck, where am I gonna go for the solution? I want you to rescue me because it feels good to be rescued on the surface. So what I'd like you to do is now I'm going to push that green button, and if you're nervous that I'm gonna push that green button by myself for the first time, that's okay. You can ask me, Jill, what help do you need from me? You can stand with me, hold my hand, look over my shoulder, snuggle me if you need to. Whatever I need to be comfortable to push that green button, but don't do it for me. And we call that step, don't rescue. Don't rescue your people. Do everything you can to not rescue your people. If you feel like I am going to put the company in harm's way, I want you to go back to that GWC. Do I really get the job? Do I want the job? Do I really have capacity for the job? All right, so teach, coach, don't rescue. Now here's the coolest part of all. And a lot of this is floating out in leadership and management, and it's awesome. But this one, I don't hear a lot of this one out there. So maybe it will be new to you. The fourth step here is return and report. So this is what this looks like, what return and report looks like. Now I have gone and I have pushed that green button and everything went great, and then I got on with my day. And you know, there were no bells and whistles around that. I might have felt a little bit of, oh good, I did it, and I moved on. So there's a lot of great stuff to capture, a lot of great learning moments to capture from that coaching you did with me. You helped me think it through. And when I just move on with my day and I don't stop to think about what I learned from that, I lose something. So return and report looks like this. Hey Jill, when you're done with that, when you're done pushing that green button or calling that angry customer or filing that important report, come on back and tell me how it went. It's an invitation to me to let me know, the employee, that you want to continue coaching me. And then here's the power in it. When I come back to you and I say, boss, this is how it went, you're gonna say, what did you learn? What do you think you might try next time? What would you do differently next time? How can you prevent this situation next time? You can also say, hey, there's 3 other people in the department that haven't been through that situation. Would you be willing to share your learning with them? And you're starting to create this exponential productivity where we're all sharing our lessons learned. And then just brain science, pure brain science, when I verbalize right here, when I talk about what I learned with you, it takes it out of back here or right here, or maybe some thoughts that had kind of flitted through my brain. And what it does is it takes it up to our prefrontal cortex when we verbalize it, and it seals in the learning so that next time I don't know what button to push. I know exactly who can solve my problems. It's me. You've coached me through it, but really I'm the one that has engaged my brain cells. So that is a great training model to follow. And I teach the employees this same model in the book Earn It, because what I want, what I'm passionate about, is everybody in the company serving instead of pleasing. We're not rescuing each other, coworker to coworker. We're asking good questions. Because here's the thing, even if your employees don't really have a desire to have supervisory positions or management positions, we really do want everyone in the company building their leadership skills. And how do you know that you're a great leader? Well, you know you're a great leader when you've created a leader who can also create another leader. And I'm convinced this is the best way to do it. So I encourage you to go ahead and try this. So that was the session on Serve It. So remember, serving versus pleasing. We always want to fall over here for serving so that we can create exponential productivity. I really enjoyed my time with you. I hope you did as well. I really appreciate your feedback, comments, questions. We plan on doing more of these coaching sessions via video. So let me know what question is on your mind so that I can share the answers with you. All right, have a great day and hope to see you back here next time in the Traction First Session Room.